What's up, guys? As you may have noticed, it's snowing quite a lot right now, so I stupidly thought I would come outside and film this intro outside, and now I'm absolutely freezing. Oh, so believe it or not, I'm actually not feeling super well today. I'm feeling a little bit poorly. I'm super tired and a little bit run down, but obviously this snow is brightening my spirits. So before I came out here in the freezing cold, I thought, maybe I'll do a bit more of a relaxed video today. And so I think I'm just gonna do a couple of wholesome drawings, maybe one or two, relating of course to my animated movie. I've got like a huge snowball on my head now. Oh my God, I'm gonna move. I haven't really made an animated movie video in a while, just because I don't really know what I'm doing. I mean, I've been making other videos, but don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not stopping. But I guess I've just been a little bit frustrated with my own lack of ability, I suppose. And I guess I'm just second guessing really whether anyone actually really enjoys these videos. I mean, obviously, I know they don't get as many views, but I was never expecting them to do as well algorithmically. Anyway, I've been having a lot of thoughts and a lot of insecurities about it, which I'll get into a bit later in the video because it doesn't make for a great intro. But anyway, today I think I'm going to go back to the Blossom Forest. The Blossom Forest was one of the first kind of locations that I tackled for my animated film, and I just don't feel like I did it justice really. At the time I had literally just got my drawing tablet, so I kind of had no idea how to use it. I still don't really, if I'm completely honest. And yeah, I realise it's a bit redundant to be revisiting stuff that I've already done when I haven't really done that much in the first place, but I just feel like it today, so that's what I'm going to do. Sadly, the snowfall seems to be stopping, so I'm going to go back inside. So the main thing I want to do today is I want to draw the Lotus Turtle in its natural habitat. The Lotus Turtle is one of the creatures I drew a couple of episodes ago. It's basically just a turtle with a flower on its back. I bought these art books recently. They're really good. They're by an artist that I found on Instagram called Maru, I think. I'll link their Instagram in the description. I mean, they're massive. I think they're quite a well-known Instagram artist. But they do these really amazing pieces of artwork, and particularly ones like this, pages like these, super detailed, really cute artwork, full of different wacky and wonderful creatures. Just got me feeling a bit inspired to draw a piece of my own. Obviously it's going to be nowhere near as good as this stuff because this stuff's amazing. So my plan is to have like a load of sort of watery pools in between these blossom trees, maybe in a little clearing, and then have all of these lotus turtles just like basking in the waters around the place. So yeah, how about we go and do some drawing? Let's stop talking and let's get drawing, guys. Okay, watch this really cool transition to drawing. You ready? So, as I said before, the Blossom Forest is the first location of my film that I properly tried to develop, but the original drawings that I did just came across as a bit simplistic, I suppose. And in a way, that does at least give me a little bit of hope that maybe I've made some progress in my drawing since then, but I still feel a little bit mediocre in that regard. I guess maybe the problem is that my whole life leading up to now, I haven't actually done that much drawing at all. I mean, I managed to take an art GCSE and A-level in school, and almost all of my projects were either film or Photoshop based, with a very tiny bit of watercolour as well. But even then, I would say I was very inexperienced really, and one thing I am certain of when it comes to drawing and painting is that it requires a lot of practice. And since I started these videos, it's become incredibly apparent to me that I need to practice a lot more to get to any sort of standard that I'm not going to be embarrassed about. But if I'm honest with myself, I've been pretty lazy. I haven't really done any drawing outside of what you've seen in these videos, so going forward I am going to try and be a little bit better about that. Anyway, you'll see the piece on screen now is actually shaping up okay. I think the only place where this piece kind of fell apart a bit is pretty much where all of my pieces fall apart, and that's the colouring in stage.
I've never been good at shading or lighting, and you can see particularly when it comes to like reflections on the water or shadowing of the trees in the back, it's all a bit flat. Having said that though, I am happy with how the turtles came out in this, particularly this little guy who's snoozing on the grass. And apart from that, I don't really know what to say about this first piece. It's kind of nice, I guess. It gets across what I wanted to get across. The second drawing, I'm redoing a drawing which I've already done twice. Like I said, I probably should be drawing some new stuff, but I felt like going back over this because it's a very important scene in the film, and I wanted to try and get it right this time. So the scene depicts the main character, Alvar, at kind of his lowest point, at least in the introduction of the film. He's a character that very much feels like he's a burden on the people that he cares about, and you know, he's already isolated himself from them quite a bit, but an awkward interaction in the previous scene to this kind of nearly pushes him over the edge, and it all culminates in him standing on the edge of this cliff, essentially contemplating jumping off it. Which maybe is a little bit deep, a little bit emotionally heavy, and I am sorry about that if that kind of brings up anything. I don't want to just spring that on people in this otherwise relaxed video. But I do want this film to tackle some more kind of sensitive themes, and maybe it's a bit self-satisfying, but if it's going to be my film, if possible, I would like it to be kind of an embodiment of my own feelings and experiences and whatever. I think it was in like a Hayao Miyazaki documentary or something where he explained how his films were all like a reflection of him. And it's a bit pretentious, but I mean, it kind of makes sense, and I want this film to be not only a projection of all the things that I like and care about, but also maybe some of the things I struggle with, and maybe exploring some deeper issues. I don't know. I think as long as I'm a bit delicate in how I approach the subject matter, and just in general how the scene is constructed, then it should work in the context of the film. Because obviously I want the film to be overall quite uplifting, but I think all the best animated fantasy films that I like, at their core, kind of do tackle some more concrete issues. And I think having this cozy, wholesome adventure happening around that is actually beneficial because it makes the more difficult subject matter a bit more approachable. Anyway, to cut all that ramble off, this scene kind of also acts as the inciting incident which sets Alvar off on his journey, because the thing that eventually prevents him from jumping in the end is that he meets this duck character. Which, let's give her a name. I was thinking something along the lines of like Puddle. I think Puddle's a nice name for a duck, and seeing Puddle behind him all defenseless and cold makes him hesitate in the moment, and he comes to a kind of agreement with himself that he will kill himself eventually, but only once he's reunited Puddle with her family. And from there it kind of grows into this big whimsical adventure. But anyway, I think this piece came out okay again. I tried a bit of a different technique for the blossom trees this time, just using kind of a load of little dots and splodges, and I think it sort of works better. So yeah, again, it's not perfect, but it's certainly better than the two previous drawings that I did before. And there we go, that's all I did today. Now prepare for another rant in real life in which I overthink everything. Okay, see you there. So there we have it, guys. Those were the drawings for today. If I'm honest, before shooting this video, I was feeling really discouraged, I suppose. Luckily, the artwork that I did today and yesterday actually got me feeling a bit more hopeful that I can actually make some progress and get better. I think it definitely is true that I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just not too sure with my kind of lack of talent for anything even close to animation, what direction I should really be going in. Obviously I'd like to do things like I'd like to try composing music for this film. I'd like to try storyboarding out the whole thing and then sort of running through it, because the story's come a long way since I last did my kind of like idea run through. But again, I just question, is that going to be interesting to anyone? Do people even want to know the story? Is that going to be spoilers? I mean, let's be honest, the film's not coming out for like years and years. And it will come out one day, but you know, I'm not at magic, and more to the point, I'm not an animator. I've got no experience in filmmaking. Oh, what am I doing? I realise this video has been a bit of a mess, so maybe it's not the best example, but I guess let me know in the comments, do you enjoy watching these art videos? Are they valuable even just as entertainment to you? I guess the main sort of worry is that I kind of feel like a bit of a pressure to have made like a certain amount of progress each time, or to
have got like significantly better at drawing, or just in general to produce something good out of each episode. And I think because I'm not particularly talented, that's like not always realistically going to happen. Anyway, I'm not sure. This is just the ramblings of a madman at this point. So I'm going to end this video here. As ever, if you want to send in your own drawings, then you can do so on the BogBoy Discord. There's links in the description. There's a whole Show Us Your Art channel there for sharing your own pieces of art. So yeah, if you want to draw your own Lotus Turtles, then that's always really nice to see. Thanks for watching. Sorry for rambling. I feel like I wrote down a list of like so many things that I wanted to say in this video, my kind of like frustrations and all of my thoughts, but I've either sort of gone through and thought, that's a bit stupid, I shouldn't say that. Or I've struggled to like actually turn what I'm thinking into words. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna make the videos I want to make. Who cares? It's not a big enough deal for anyone apart from me to worry about, so. Stay sane, everyone. Stay frosty. I'll see you all next time. This is BogBoy signing out. Whew.